Okay, we're going to talk about one interview question that trips everyone up. Tell me about yourself. But what if I told you there's a simple formula to absolutely nail it, a way to position yourself as a leader from the very first minute you start talking? Well, there is. Let's get into it. So, you sit down, and there it is. It sounds so casual, right? Almost like an invitation to just chat. But you have to understand, this isn't just small talk. This is the starting gun. It's probably the most important test you're going to face in that whole interview, because how you answer this sets the entire tone for everything else that comes after. Here's the mindset shift you have to make, and it's a big one. For the person sitting across from you, this is not a get-to-know-you session. It's an elimination game. This question is their very first filter to decide if you're worth the next 45 minutes or if you're getting cut from the list. To win this game, you've got to understand how it's played. And that means you need to see it from their perspective. So let's step into the hiring manager's shoes for a minute, and you'll see exactly why having a strategy here isn't just a nice to have, it's absolutely crucial. Think about it. For any decent job, that hiring manager is looking at a stack of over 100 resumes. Their first job isn't to find reasons to hire people. It's to find reasons to say no and shrink that massive pile down to something manageable. And here's where it gets tricky. You might check every single box on that job description. Fantastic. But guess what? So do 10 other people. You can easily get knocked out of the running based on hidden criteria, things they don't even write down. Your job is to give them 0 reasons to put you in the no pile. So how do you do that? How do you navigate this without stepping on a landmine? Well, the answer is actually way simpler than you think. In fact, your most powerful, safest, and most effective tool is something you've already created. Just think this through for a second. They looked at your resume, and they decided to call you in for an interview. That means everything on that document passed their first test. It's pre-vetted. It's pre-approved content. It is literally the safest and most relevant stuff you could possibly talk about. Okay, so let's turn this idea into a real actionable plan. We're going to take that safe content from your resume and plug it into a simple 4-step formula that you can master in like 5 minutes. All right, here it is. Step 1. You start with, well, as you can see from my resume. This immediately grounds the conversation in that safe, pre-approved info. Step 2. You just walk them through it chronologically. Quick summary, oldest relevant job to newest. Step 3, and this is key, you keep it short, 45 to 60 seconds max. And finally, step 4, you pivot. You end with something like, and all of that experience is why I'm so excited about this opportunity. See, it's concise, it's confident, and it's completely in your control. Now, this isn't just about having something to say so you don't ramble. There is some serious strategy behind why this simple formula works so well. Let's break down the psychology of it, because it's pretty powerful. It's a well-known fact that people remember only a tiny, tiny fraction of what they hear in a conversation. So when you go off on some long 5-minute story about your life, they aren't absorbing the details. Their brain is just getting tired, and it's desperately looking for the main point. Your job is to give them that main point on a silver platter. You have to deliver a headline that's clear, concise, and easy for them to remember. You want to make it so easy that they can walk out of the room and repeat your story to their boss in 30 seconds. You are literally engineering their takeaway. And this really gets to the core of it, doesn't it? Your only goal in that room is to prove you're the best person for that specific job. Every second you spend talking should be in service of that goal. This formula makes sure your first 60 seconds are spent proving your relevance before you move on to anything else. And this is where this technique goes from being a simple interview tactic to a true leadership skill, because you're not just passively answering a question anymore. You are actively and very strategically directing the conversation exactly where you want it to go. The entire purpose of this 60-second answer is to handle the opener efficiently and then pivot. You use your past to quickly establish your credibility, and then you immediately shift the focus to the future, to the value you can bring to this company in this role right now. That is what leadership communication is all about. So the next time you walk into that interview room, you have a choice. Are you going to be a passive candidate who just reacts and answers whatever they're asked? Or are you going to be a leader who takes control of the narrative from the very first minute? The choice is yours.